Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1298. Guys, if you're following along on YouTube, please jump on over to WODdoc.com. Check out all of our full-length videos. That's where we house them. What we're doing is starting something fun. We're starting to learn how to do handstands. And to learn how to do handstands, I like to go through a progression of headstands to forearm stands to handstands. And it goes pretty systematically, but it continually teaches body position. And here's the reason why I like to do that. Because when we try to go right into a handstand, there's so many variables. Do we have enough shoulder strength? Do we have enough shoulder flexibility? Do we have enough body awareness? Is our body strong enough to even hold the body positions that we become aware of to balance, right? So if we start this from the ground up, so to speak, and we start doing headstands, I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips to get better at headstands. Now I'm showing this sideways so you guys have a profile view, but by all means this can be done right next to a wall, and I'll show you that version as well, just in case you feel like you might flip over. Here's some tips that I want to go with, right? I put this down, one, because doing a headstand on hardwood floor will hurt, but two, it's going to give you guys a visual. When you guys make or start to begin your first headstand, what I want you to think of is making a triangle with your head and your hands like such, right? And that triangle has a base of two hands and it has the point, right, of your head. Now, rather than thinking of balancing directly over top of your head, which is what a lot of us think, I want you to pick a point that's just below the top of your head, below the the point, all right? That area that if you were to cut that triangle in half, that should be the center point, okay? So let me show you on here. If this is the position, if the center of this towel is my head position, my hands are going to come down to each corner of that towel, right? Now, rather than my head being the balance point, I want you guys to think of about an inch or so below the beginning of this towel is where I'm trying to balance. And here's the reason why, guys. We don't want to balance and flip ourselves over the top. Our only ways of support are through our hands, right? Those are the only things that we can kind of move. So if I'm here and I'm balancing on my head like this and my center of gravity goes past my head, I'm going to fall over. But if I keep myself on this side of it and I always have pressure into my hands, I can simply worry about my body position. And that's the reason why we're starting with a headstand. Because if we can't hold that body position in a headstand, we sure as heck can't do it in a forearm stand, and we sure as heck can't do it in a handstand itself, okay? So, like I said, we're going to show you this profile first, and then I'm going to go against the wall so you guys see the safety net that I'm talking about, okay? So what I want you guys to do is put your head in the center of the towel. Think this line right here is my balance point. I'm going to put my hands below that. Now I just formed my triangle. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just start to walk up, and I'm going to get my butt as high as I can. Now that's just based upon your flexibility level, okay? But for right there, I'm just going to lift up one foot, and when I lift up one foot, I can typically get myself a little bit closer than if I'm like this, right? So I lift up one foot, and I'm just going to start to lift myself up. I get my butt, my torso level becomes straight before my legs do. And then once I get upside down, I'm just thinking about making myself as tall as possible. A lot of us will shrink through, like we'll get this big swale in our back, or we're going to get this big curve the opposite direction. So what I'm going to think about doing is I'm just going to think about driving my heels up as tall as I can, and I'm going to find that center point, that balance point, that still keeps a lot of pressure into my hands. And I'll show you what I mean. So I walk up. I'm going to lift up one leg, I lift up the second leg, I still have a lot of pressure into my hands, and I'm thinking about getting super tall. Now you guys might notice that I'm going this way, right? So I take down my hands and I fall forward. That's what I want, because again, I'm just teaching body position of this, okay? As I get better and as I get more comfortable being upside down, I'm going to go against the wall now for you guys to see. As I do that, I can get myself a little bit more straight, a little bit more straight, a little bit more straight. I can move my center of gravity from the first line of this towel maybe to an inch or so inside of this towel. Now this is a good time to make sure that I'm against the wall, because if I am and I overshoot that and I haven't really corrected very well, at least I have the wall here as a safety net, okay? So this is what it looks like. Same thing happens. Hands are down, making that nice triangle. I get myself up as high as I can. My butt comes up. I'm going to lift. I'm going to bring my feet together. And I'm just going to stay into this position. And I'm going to keep on bringing my legs back. All right? My whole body as a whole as I get less and less pressure into my hands. And now you can see that I can just do it just with my fingertips, okay? So this comes with practice, all right? And learning that body awareness. And that body awareness is going to carry over to our forearm stands and to our handstand. Questions on this, comments on this, guys, please post them below. And otherwise, we're here each and every day. And until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.